I'm one of those people where I'm not good at being bad at things. If I want to do something, I either have to try and be the best at it or just not do it at all. It relates to here on the farm, and it's the same with the curling. If I'm going to compete, I want to be the best.
I guess it starts because you're born and brought up into it, and then once you start competing and winning games, I guess it's that addiction to the adrenaline or winning.
Me and my brother, we've just been brought up in a family that's like that.
I'm Glenn Muirhead and I'm a self-employed sheep farmer.
I'm Thomas Muirhead, farmer here in Highland Perthshire.
My lifelong ambition is to become an Olympian.
My goal is to achieve a gold medal at the Winter Olympic Games. In the morning we're up about 5:30. We'll be out on the farm at 6 o'clock. A lot of the sheep get fed twice a day, so one of us will deal with that. While the other then will go round to making sure all the pens in the shed are fed and watered. Cattle have got silage, texels are fed. It's good working along with your brother because sometimes when things need to be said, you say it. She's not playing ball now. We have the odd argument along the way, but at the end of the day, we'd be lost without each other, really.
You know, we're both good at what we do and we can help each other out if there's ever any problems. And, you know, having Thomas, my brother, there to help out is second to none, to be honest. It's great.
Dad taught us how to lamb sheep when we were wee kids, and we've just learned how to do it over the years, and it's a way of life. We have to farm to make a living. At the moment, the curling's put to one side just for a wee while. We're still training, but we have to concentrate and focus fully on what we need to do in the farm here to have a successful spring, hopefully be plenty of lambs and calves on the ground to hopefully make it to market at the end of the summer.
There's definitely a balance between, you know, where are you putting your hours? Are they going into the curling or are they going into the farm? And at the minute it's kind of 50-50, but you know, ideally I'd like to see more hours going into the curling side of things and slightly less in the farming side of things.
I started curling when I was maybe 6 years old. I'd been dragged along to the ice rinks by mum and dad to support family members and competing in competitions. It's something that's always been in the family.
I started curling as long as I can remember, just as a kid, born and brought up next door to an ice rink. My dad was a competitive curler in his own right, and I think just watching video footage back of him compete at a high level made me want to, you know, kind of idolise my dad, if you like most kids do, and it just led from there.
They used to come along if I was playing the Scottish Championship, Perth Masters, things like that, and I think that's probably where they got the bug. I was in the Olympics in 1992 in Albertville in France. But curling at that time was a demonstration sport. We were trying to get curling into the Olympics. And I like to think that we might have been part of the reason it got in, because after we were there in '92, it was taken on as a full medal sport.
Go, you've got it! Go hard! Vicky! Hard, you've got it! Hard!
Watching Dad from such a young age achieve what he did and then go on to watch Eve win a bronze medal at the Olympics. It's given me the drive to be up there alongside her, hopefully one day. Surreal, really, seeing Eve on the telly, competing on the biggest stage in the sporting world.
As an Olympian, I was a bronze medalist in 2014. So for me, that was a massive achievement, and I put in a lot of effort to get there.
Okay. It's great. You can discuss it with Eve. She'll tell you how it feels and give the odd bit of advice along the way.
You're maybe just a hair high.
Okay.
Good. For me, I do anything to help my brothers get better. I'd like to think that I am acting like a little bit of a role model to them and acting like someone that they want to be as good at, if not better.
I think one of the main reasons I love farming is seeing results of all your hard work through the winter, you know, making sure that you're feeding all the animals correctly, knowing that they're pregnant, and then, you know, helping them give birth to nice, healthy offspring. That's your reward for your winter's work, I guess.
It's almost like the feeling when you make a great shot at the curling. You pull that lamb out and it takes its first gasp of air it's ever taken in. There's no greater feeling than that, really, other than hopefully winning a gold medal at the Olympics.
Glenn, you want coffee? I really have a lot of time for my two brothers. The amount they do out with the sport, like here in the farm, like they're working from 4 in the morning till 12 at night. And then you think, well, what really could they do if they focused fully on the sport of curling like I do myself?
Unfortunately, Eve maybe holds the bragging rights in the family at the moment, but we're definitely set out to chap that on the head, really.
Let's hope.
I have to mix this milk up probably 3-4 times a day. It's just for the lambs that have lost a mother or...
It's been a long day, up at 5:30, so we just need to make sure everything in the shed has to have hay and water before we go to bed.
I guess anything I do, I want to be the best at. The ultimate in curling or any sport is the Olympics, so for me it's a lifetime ambition and goal.
When you're competing on such a high level, it's hard to be so competitive and competing against a family member. It's something that probably not a lot of families have experienced, but we've just learned to deal with it, really.